Currently, I'm in Belk Plaza here at UNC Charlotte for the preparation of the arrival of presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. Clinton will be making a speech tonight in order to encourage early voting here in Charlotte for the presidential election coming in November.
When she gets questions about her economic policies, she actually answers them. She answers them in ways that make sense, in ways that use real numbers, in ways that demonstrates she actually knows what she's talking about, and she hasn't just memorized enough to try and survive a debate. Does anyone actually think he cares one bit about our nation's veterans? Pretty tough to say you care about the veterans when you've earned billions of dollars and haven't paid any income tax in decades. Tough to say you care about the veterans when you never gave a dime to any charity supporting them until you were publicly shamed into doing it. And pretty tough to say you care about the vets when every question on foreign policy you answer with complete gibberish until someone changes the topic.
I assure you that America deserves better than Donald Trump. As a birther, he disrespects our president. He insults Latinos. He seeks to ban an entire religion from our shores. This disqualifies him from the presidency. He lacks human decency, mocking a person for his disability, insulting prisoners of war to whom our nation owes so much, and objectifying women, going so far as to brag about sexual battery. That is disgusting, and it disqualifies him from the presidency.
We need to bring back the middle class in North Carolina. We need to restore the values that we hold dear in North Carolina. They have taken away so much from us. They have taken away the earned income tax credit that put money into the pockets of working families. They have taken away school budgets from us that took supplies away, teacher assistants, textbooks, school resource officers, public health nurses. I don't know what else they can take. They've already taken the dignity and the reputation.
Bring the beat in! Honey, honey, I can see the stars.
From discussing the presidential debates and her opponent Donald Trump to highlighting key points in her platform, Hillary Clinton not only defined who she was as a presidential nominee, but who she was as a person, capitalizing on the importance of community and working together.
Every time you touch me, I just melt away. Now everybody's asking why.
With a little more than 2 weeks to go until Election Day, Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton looked to sway undecided voters today as she made appearances in Raleigh and right here in Charlotte, as she campaigned alongside the Mothers of the Movement, which is a group of women who have lost children to officer-involved shootings and gun violence. Here at UNC Charlotte, alongside with many local politicians, Clinton stressed the importance of early voting and voter turnout, with the presidential election ending in 2 weeks. Clinton also took the time to endorse Attorney General Roy Cooper for governor and Deborah Ross for U.S. Senate.
You're the one I love, the one I need, the one I see. Come on, baby, that gives your all. I always call. You make everything stop. Finally, you know stop.
I'm excited because Hillary Clinton understands me. That may sound like an incredibly simple statement, but it's such a powerful notion. As a person of color, a man of color, a student attending college, a student working their way through college, and a son who hopes one day that their mother will be paid fairly for the incredibly meaningful work she has done as an educator. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my sincere pleasure to welcome to the stage a woman who is our hope and whose leadership will help us advance toward a more prosperous future. For our nation, please join me in welcoming the next president of the United States, Hillary Clinton.
UNC Charlotte. Wow, I am so excited to be here on this glorious day. And let me thank Thurston Alexander for that wonderful introduction. I told Thurston I know his mommy and daddy are proud of him. Well, as Thurston said, and as the provost told me, you're going to be able to vote right here on campus starting on Thursday. And I am excited because I'm seeing lots of energy and enthusiasm here in North Carolina. Because I know probably here some of you know people who are going to vote for Trump or considering voting for Trump. And look, I want them to know, just like I want you to know, I want to be the president for every American. Democrats, Republicans, independents, people who vote for me, people who vote against me, because we've got to bring this country together. I will promise you, if I am fortunate enough to be your president, I will get up every day in that White House. It will be my mission to think about how I'm going to give all of you, every single one of you, the best chance to live up to your own God-given potential in America. But I can't do it without you. So please, UNC Charlotte, turn out and vote, early vote. Bring your friends, your family. Let's go out and prove anything is possible in America. And yes, love trumps hate. Thank you.
Supporter, but now that we've come down to these two options, of course I'm going to go with Hillary. I'm definitely really passionate about environmental issues, especially like Hillary said just now, we're the second in green energy right now, so that's really exciting, and I hope to just increase that in North Carolina.
I really like how she relates to the people, and when she talks about points, they're legitimate reasons. It's not just a theory that's very pretty that people like to hear, but they're real concerns that people need to hear and maybe not even know about.
I like that she's so poised and elegant, and even when so many people are against her, she keeps coming back stronger every time.
The LGBT rights and opposing HB2, that's something that I really care about personally. You know, we can't progress into an era of progression when we're having a governor or a legislature that is taking us backwards in time. I really like Hillary. I didn't know who I was voting for, and before I was educated on my political views, I thought I was Republican because I grew up, that's what my parents were. But after going to the first rally, it was definitely a assuring fact that I was gonna vote for her. And it's kind of one of those things that people are like, well, I don't really know how I feel about her, but it's kind of one of those things that you have to go see her and see what you can't just go off of, and a lot of people go off of Facebook or Fox News or news stations that are biased or one-sided, and you can't go off of someone's actual political views or state how they actually or truly are unless you truly meet them. And I've met her once. And then
we are here encouraging UNC Charlotte students to get out the vote. We've done some voter registration on campus, voter engagement, and starting October 27th, we have an early voting site at the Cone Center here on campus. With the early voting process, if you still have not registered to vote and you would like to register in Mecklenburg County, and if you live on campus, we have a very simple process for you. If you go to housing.uncc.edu, you can get your housing information, take that straight into the poll here at the Cone Center. They can verify that you are in fact a resident of Mecklenburg County because you live on campus, and if you still haven't registered to vote, you can register and vote on the same day.
Any students who live in surrounding apartment complexes, we're asking them to go by the property management office, get their lease agreement, and they can either copy it or have them send the lease agreement back to them via email. And that will serve as their documentation that they are a student at that housing complex.
Early voting here in Charlotte ends on November 5th. Students that go to UNC Charlotte can vote here on campus on Thursday in the Cone Center. Please vote by November 8th, the last day to vote for the general election. From the New York Times, this is Chris McKinnis.